interesting and I'm sure roller coaster season in the top flight of English football. Leicester only lost 5 games in all competitions last season. Only 3 of those defeats were in the Premier League.
You can see Leicester not changing anything that they didn't do last year, did they? They're quite happy to concede possession
In goals. I mean,
he was a really good player, actually. I saw him a lot certainly in the Europa League. You don't want to be messing around come the end of the season, do you? You want to actually come the end of the transfer window.
And so Mahrez looking to try and make something happen.
His foot around it. Here's the pullback before from Fellaini. That's where Mahrez wanted the foul. I think Eric Bailly would have got there anyway. Here's the track back there. Bailly was...
Mahrez with a touch, and then Jamie Vardy challenged by Bailly, Steve.
Yeah, just comes in the back of him, doesn't he? Certainly contact there.
Eric Bailly, this early in his Manchester United career,
they just played in, so you don't expect him to hit the ground running, not at all.
He's a notorious front runner as well. Right again. Drinkwater floats one up here to Vardy, who'll test Eric Bailly. And the summer signing from Villarreal equal to the task on that occasion.
It was a nice challenge, actually. When Vardy controlled it, looked dangerous. It was a nice, well-timed challenge.
Leicester City left. Michael Carrick's got the task of Okazaki this time. Huth and Fellaini, who got to know each other pretty well at Old Trafford towards the back end of last season, are there together. And Bailly attacked it, got there in front of Morgan. And then...
Shot both ways on Jamie Vardy. Good strength here on Wes Morgan.
Still only 22, Ivory Coast international. Played against Liverpool, didn't he, in the Europa League semi-final. In by Fuchs. Valencia with a partial block on it. Eric Bailly with another header one inside superbly.
Yeah, you only get your reward, don't you? And it's not his fault that Wes Morgan came and missed his shot.
In the Premier League last season. Away by Bailly. Well, you've got to say, Steve, has settled in well at centre-back, hasn't he? He's been impressive so far in the opening 34.5 minutes.
Yes, he has.
A fine solo effort. And an impressive 45 minutes as well by Manchester United's new...
Yeah, I mean, centre-halves, I don't like seeing centre-halves go to ground unless you're absolutely certain you're going to get the ball. And here, they're counter-attacking here. Sometimes you've got to jockey, stay on your feet there and make sure the player plays the ball wide. But he's looked impressive in the first half, by everyone's unsure how he's going to adapt to the English game. So far, the physical and athletic side of the game, he seems very, very adept at dealing with it. Very, very, very sure of himself on the front foot, wants to defend. Looks like he really enjoys it here. The ball getting to Vardy may be questionable. Once he's there, he looks very comfortable 1v1, which is great to see.
I'll tell you what, Luke Shaw, special mention for Luke Shaw. You know, it's...
Although not too far. Ran into Michael Carrick. Here's Musa, who's a real speed merchant. Behind Shaw, who missed the header. And here's Musa. And then Vardy. Vince coming on at half-time. As has this man, Musa. Bailly gets across.
Yeah, he's clever, Musa. He gets across the ball, look. He virtually says to Bailly, come and barge into me, which he does. Bit of inexperience, he'll learn from...
Drinkwater towards Vardy. Eric Bailly across. And he's pushed Vardy over.
Yeah, that was another one. Be a little bit more patient. There's the yellow card from Craig Pawson. He knows how. He just doesn't want to fall into the trap. Getting across him. There's the touch. As I said,
that's one of the things that you see more of in the Premier League than you'll have seen elsewhere. Remember when Jaap Stam came to Manchester United, he had a torrid time in the Charity Shield as it was then back in 1998. Gray was caught by Bailly, who's lost his boot as well.
He's had a yellow card. I mean, what a challenge that was.
He's been a lot more erratic, hasn't he, in the second half in there.
I mean, that challenge was a corker, wasn't it? Considering he's got a yellow.
Came and claimed for Manchester United. Who's the man of the match today, Steve? It's
concentrating on the new signings. I'm going to give it to Eric Bailly, actually. I think he's had a decent enough game in a hard match against Jamie Vardy and Musa. He got himself in a few problems.
Well, maybe not, we'll see. I'm sure Des Kelly can find out later. In goes the throw from Hernandez. Into that crowded 6-yard box. Marcus Rojo was in there, and David De Gea just able to reach it.
Some throw, wasn't it? Look where it landed. All kinds of chaos.
Is there a pull on the arm here of Kasper Schmeichel? Well, there is on the shirt. They've got lots of the elements of last season still in the side, and they've added 1 or 2 strings to their bow as well. The pace of Musa.